Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to study the benefits of public participation in government decision making. What are the benefits of involving the public in the decisions that are made by the government? The first benefit is that such arrangement improves policy quality. Number one, improves policy improves policy quality. The quality of policy is improved because it draws on local knowledge and lived experience, producing more realistic implementable policies and catching unintended consequences early. That is the first benefit. The second benefit is that it builds legitimacy and trust. Builds legitimacy and trust. Involving the public in decision making by the government builds legitimacy and trust because citizens accept the outcomes more readily when they had genuine input, and that strengthens the state citizen relationship. That's the second benefit. The third benefit is that it eases implementation. Eases implementation. When the public is involved in government decision making, then implementation becomes easy. Because policies shaped with the citizen input face less resistance and gain more voluntary compliance, what we call ownership effect. That's the third benefit. Benefit number 4 is that it deepens democracy and accountability. Deepens democracy and accountability. Public participation deepens. It deepens democracy and accountability because it extends citizens' influence beyond elections, thereby empowering civic engagement, and it also makes arbitrary decision making harder to sustain. Number 5, the fifth benefit is that public participation advances equity and inclusion. Advances equity and inclusion, because remember we said earlier on that public participation should be structured in a way that even the less marginalized members of the community get an opportunity to provide their opinion in relation to government policy. So that is to mean that it gives marginalized groups a voice, it exposes who wins or loses under a policy, and limits elite capture of decision making. Point number 6, manages political risks. Public participation helps to manage political risks. It acts as an early warning system for grievances, which helps government to preempt conflict rather than react to that conflict. Number 7, supports sustainability. Public participation supports sustainability because community ownership improves long-term projects It also improves the success of the projects and encourages informal citizen monitoring against mismanagement. Then lastly, the last benefit of public participation is that it satisfies constitutional obligations. Satisfies constitutional obligation. Why? Because the Constitution requires that the public be involved in such decisions when making such decisions. So, particularly in the Kenyan context, the process of involving the public in decision making satisfies the Article number 10 and Article number 174 of the Constitution. It fulfills Article 10 and Article 174 requirements. And even in Kenya, we have had situations where the courts have nullified decisions that are made without adequate public participation. So these are eight benefits of public participation. And that is the end of our today's lesson, where we have discussed the benefits of public participation. The first benefit is that it improves policy quality. Number 2, it builds legitimacy and trust. Number 3, public participation eases implementation. Number 4, it deepens democracy and accountability. Number 5, it advances equity and inclusion. Number 6, it manages political risk. Number 7, it supports sustainability. And lastly, it satisfies constitutional obligations. Thank you for attending the lesson. In our next session, we are going to look at the last subtopic. Bye-bye.